Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from my aunt.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Cousins, Redskins, going up against Cards, Raiders. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, apart from a 13-year gap in L.A., we are at the home of the Raiders since 1966. But how much longer will they be playing football in Oakland, California? Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Redskins and the Oakland Raiders. First and 10, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 3-19.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And the back goes into motion. And the play clock's running down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Calling a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Dan Williams might as well change his name officially to Big Dan Williams. A monster in the middle, holds down the run game against any team.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
And the captain, Captain Kirk, completing 5 straight passes, Charles.
And what is the strength of his game?
Completions.
Completions, being accurate. This guy led the league in 2015 in completion percentage, and he prides himself on putting the ball in the right spot to allow his receivers to run after the catch.
Sometimes hard to believe a 4th-round pick back in 2012.
That's a really good job, taking him in the 4th round and being patient with him, and now he's their bona fide leading man.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Then here's a look at the starting offense. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Complete, the tight end Rivera. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That was not a completion that resulted in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
And they only need a little bit here. 3rd down and very short. Carr keeps it on a sneak. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
All right, here we go. 5 and 8.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground.
Here we go.
Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Play clock winding down. Throwing. Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue, line it!
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Their big-bodied receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
We ready?
Carr now on 1st down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. A good pickup there of 22.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were
looking for Baldwin, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
Following the interception, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. A very solid gain of 27. First down. Here's Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up second down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be third down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
And the wideout in motion. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here we go now.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Redskins are going to get a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Hey, we go rally. Rally. Hello, baby. Alert. Alert. We ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Cousins again. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. And he motions the wide receiver. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Cousins toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. 2nd down, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Halfback sent in motion. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sidelines. And now Oakland ready to take the field. go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, Cooper with it. It's a pickup of 19. Good enough for an Oakland first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Second down now after the pass completion. Murray, the lone setback. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarter.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a fumble on second down. They're able to maintain possession. Brings up third.
We ready? 988.
Again, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
They go play action. Cousins. Caught on the right side. Reed. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down.
Let's go. Watch him now, Barney.
Cousins from the gun on third. Paul bringing it in. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. second down, Washington. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Carr. Cooper's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And quickly they get to the line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So we have come upon halftime. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
All right, here we go.
Carr to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Cousins now. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
All right, now, look at Barney now. Barney. Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Shift together here from the D-line. Murray, the low setback. Throwing now is Carr toward the sideline. And look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues. Three yards remaining here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss.
And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Carr, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll give him points for standing in there and making the throw, but I got to take those points away because he threw into double coverage.
Yeah, you took the pop, you're right, but that's one maybe you just take the sack.
Yeah, I agree with you totally, and most quarterbacks don't want deep the ball. They want to try and make a play downfield. I think your point is spot on. Take the sack, don't force it into coverage. He was fortunate, didn't get intercepted.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Murray. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Another pistol look here. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We ready? Hey, we gonna rally.
Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
Let's go! 3, 19, over!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Paul bringing it in. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Cousins now from the 50. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Carr now to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Second down, 8.
We ready? Wide and Yates. Wide and Yates.
Now Carr going to give it to Murray on the draw play. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Interception. Cousins going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. In not great starting field position here for the offense. The lone receiver right is Cooper. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Raiders a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They go play action here on first down. Funches with a catch over the middle. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Devin Funches, 84 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone.
Take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action now. Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellows got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
And the back goes into motion. Cousins from the gun on third. It's brought in by Doxson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you'll swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 26 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Washington first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down. Here's Cousins. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Shalik Calhoun in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They go play action. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Third and long for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They come out here in the I. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
On play action, now Carr, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go.
And Carr's going to... And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go with Murray again. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.